Hey, how's it going, everyone? Saintsfan back again with another GTA and somewhat Red Dead Redemption 2 video. Today, I have a couple of questions from you guys over on Twitter that I want to answer. The first one from Buka. Do you think they will ever add the stock market to GTA Online? You know, in the past, I have said I want this, and I still think it would be a cool idea, and it would just be different compared to every other way we make money in GTA Online. But someone mentioned this recently. I was like, you know, after thinking about it, it kind of does make sense a little bit. If they were to ever add the stock market to GTA Online, wouldn't that be kind of boring? Like, it's you on your phone in a game. You know what I mean? I don't know how exactly they would market that. You know what I mean? Like, how do they make a trailer on the stock market? Yeah, they could do some similar stuff they do in single player where there's assassination missions. Maybe what they'd have to do is have it so where the stock market was specific to, just to you. Like each person sees a different stock market, just because it would be manipulated if it was a total one across like the entirety of GTA Online. And that just, I don't think that would ever work. But if there was one specifically to you, kind of like how it is in single player, then you could run some assassination missions. Maybe you could do some recon, some spying missions with the drone, with the terabyte. Like, they could do some cool stuff in that regard, which I guess is what they would have to sell. But yeah, as for just like the stock market itself, it'd be kind of weird, you know, Rockstar making a trailer on that. And I don't know how exciting, like I said, that would necessarily be. I mean, it would be really cool if there was a stock market across like all of GTA Online, right? Because then you could do some really cool stuff and intricate stuff where if more people, let's say, are selling guns, then the stock price of gun manufacturers, right, that's going to increase. And maybe the same goes for weed. I know it's technically illegal in the game, but you know, if more people sold weed, the weed stock prices, the companies that would go up. Think of some other things. Like if a specific brand of car was being sold and then you bought their stock and people kept doing that, it would go up. But then like some other things, maybe some of the lesser car manufacturers that are like low and medium tier, no one ever sells those. So that stock price is going to go down. There could be some really cool things with a true stock market in GTA, and that would always be changing just depending on what players are doing. But again, I don't think that would ever happen because that's just something maybe in GTA 6. I don't think they're ever going to do something as big as that in GTA Online. Now, speaking of GTA 6 and GTA Online, and moving to Red Dead Redemption 2, this guy, Nathan, says, do you think Red Dead Redemption 2 will be as popular as GTA 5 and may even make Rockstar hold off making a GTA 6 in the near future? First off, I've said this many times, they are making GTA 6 right now, all right? If they were working on Red Dead 2 for, 8 years, they've been working on GTA 6 for almost the same time. Like, they've been working on GTA 6 basically, I would say, since GTA 5 came out. Like, it might not have been a huge undertaking because they were more focused on RDR2, but they've been working on it, planning it out for a while. So don't worry about that. As for holding off, it really depends on Red Dead Online, I think. And as for it being as popular, I think it totally could. Now, I know there's been a lot of GTA Online players that aren't excited for it. What's funny is, at least from what I've seen, more non-GTA Online players are excited for this game than GTA Online players. And I think that's just because it's a totally different game. It's a totally different style. And that makes sense. That's fine. But I still think it could be as popular as online. It's not going to sell as many copies, obviously, nowhere near. But it could be as popular if Rockstar do the right stuff in online. If they don't go the route of GTA Online, where everything's a grind fest, where everything costs a ton of money, but you barely make any money. Like, if they actually make it balanced, make it fun, make it somewhat of a role-playing experience, that sort of stuff never ends, you know, because you could always find something new to do, and I think it'll remain popular. So I definitely think it could. But really, like I said, it comes down to what Rockstar does. And then, Eduardo, is there a possibility that Rockstar Games will drip feed any content for RDR2? I would bet they would, just because it seems to work for GTA Online. Like, they've been doing it for, 3 years now? So I'd imagine they see something working with it. The only thing with Red Dead 2, and this is what people have to understand. People I've seen say, oh, well, Red Dead 2, there's just going to be flying horses that are like $5 million. There's going to be all kind of crazy stuff. But they really can't do that. And even with drip feeding, what could they drip feed? A new horse? Like, that just doesn't feel right. At least with cars in GTA Online and vehicles and all that stuff, it makes sense. But it doesn't really make sense in that world. So it will be interesting to see what Rockstar does regarding DLCs and drip feed and all that in RDR2. But I don't think it's going to be nearly as bad as stuff is in GTA Online. And then Anthony, about RDR2's beta, do you think our things from the beta will carry over? For some reason, this is kind of related, but another game, Fallout 76, it's holding a beta, and everything you do in the beta will carry over. I don't know why they're doing that. I don't think that's a good thing. But in RDR2, I hope not. I hope the beta is like it says, a beta, where you test stuff, and then everyone starts from scratch once the game is, you know, fully out, or once the online part is fully out and fully done. I know some people wouldn't be that happy with it, but as long as the beta doesn't go for like 3, 4, 5 months, if the beta is only a month and a half, then yeah, that's only like a couple of levels maybe, unless you're no life in it and you're like level 70 by the time the beta ends. And then the final question, the question of the day from Dan. Do you think that GTA 6 will have the same RPG elements as RDR2? Because RDR2 is a mix of bully, which has some RPG elements, and a weapon system, Max Payne 3, and open world at the same time. After everything we've heard from RDR2, GTA 6 goes to like the #1 spot for like most anticipated, most interested in game out there. I know there's like the Elder Scrolls 6, I know there's Cyberpunk 2077, but GTA 6, just because we have GTA 5 and GTA Online and we know what that is, but then Rockstar sort of went in a completely different way than all their previous games with Red Dead 2. I mean, yeah, they took some elements from Bully, some elements from Max Payne 3, yeah, definitely some elements from GTA, and some elements, the better elements from the original Red Dead game. But an RPG game isn't really what Rockstar's known for. So if this game does well, and it looks like it will, then GTA 6, will it be somewhat of an RPG? I think GTA 6, you know, if Cyberpunk 2077 does well, it may end up being something like that. It'll be set in the year 2020 or something, and the character, maybe we actually get to decide if they are good or bad, kind of like what it's looking like in RDR2. Me, as someone who loves role-playing games, I would absolutely love GTA 6 to be an RPG, but I'm kind of curious for you guys out there who maybe don't necessarily like that sort of stuff and like the traditional GTA game where it's just an open world and you kind of do whatever you want, but whatever you do doesn't really have consequences. Is that something you want, or would you want somewhat of an RPG like what Red Dead 2 is sound like? Anyway, thank you all for watching. Today, by the way, is the 5th year anniversary of GTA Online. If you guys remember, 5 years ago today, GTA Online was first released, and no one could play it because their servers crashed and they were down for like a week. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Please drop the video like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more awesome GTA and RDR2 content. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.